What's going on? Listen, you have many great movie franchises out there. Star Wars, Harry Potter, the MCU. But for me, nothing comes close to Scream. I know. I have loved the Scream movies for quite some time, even if a couple of them might not be that great. But listen, you got a weirdo going ham around town in a mask. Count me in. So I was making my tea, and I was like, you know what? Let's rank the Scream movies from worst to best. So that's what we're doing. Before we get started, there will be spoilers for all 6 Scream movies. So if you haven't seen any of them, click off now. To absolutely no one's surprise, I think, in dead last we have Scream 3. Let's just get this out of the way. This movie is a bit of a disaster. The biggest problem I have with this movie is that Sydney Prescott, the franchise's main character and final girl, is barely in the movie. She's kinda just there, you know what I mean? It feels like the writers midway through the shoot were just like, nah, this isn't gonna work. Another major issue I have is the big ghost face reveal. I think that Roman being Sydney's half brother is just so random and unnecessary. And the fact that Roman was the one who manipulated Billy Loomis to do all those killings was just very dumb, and it just throws everything off for me. However, there is one standout of this movie, and that is Parker Posey's Jennifer Jolie. What a queen. She's such a fun character. She has some funny lines here and there, and I think she just carries the movie on her back. But yeah, that's like the only good part for me. The rest of the movie is pretty awful. Let's move on to the next one.
I mean, it's alright, like...
In 5th place, we have Scream 2. Now listen, Scream 2 is miles better than Scream 3. Obviously, this movie takes place after the events of Scream 1. Everything seems like it's back to normal until you got 2 people killed at a screening of Stab, which is the movie based off of the events of Scream 1. And now you're just trying to figure out who the hell is doing this again. The kills in this movie are a lot more brutal. The chase scenes are so well done, and honestly, I love the college setting. The one problem I have, similarly to Scream 3, is the Ghostface reveal. Like, the Miss Loomis reveal was cool, but Mickey? Mickey was a character that I forgot was even in this movie, which sucks because after he took the mask off, he was kind of a menace. If he had like just a few more scenes, he would honestly go down as maybe a top 3 Ghostface for me. This movie also suffered many script leaks. I think the first one that leaked had Derek and Hallie as the original killers. That third act in the theater is so damn entertaining. But dude, I'm telling you, you give Mickey a few more scenes and he goes down as one of the best ghost faces.
Oh my god!
In 4th place, we have the beloved Scream 4. This movie feels like a fever dream. Let me explain myself. First off, I remember being very sick when I watched this for the first time. I think I was like 10, maybe 11 years old, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna take the day off from school. And I just sat on my couch. I turned on Netflix, and this movie is what I turned on. And I'm glad I did. You know how it is when you're sick? You're kind of just on the couch. You're not trying to fall asleep. You're kind of like half awake. And I was half awake throughout the entire runtime. But I remember Jill being revealed as one of the killers, and I was just like, what the hell? I was so shocked. I was like, no, that's the main character. What the hell is going on? But secondly, this movie is literally shot like a fever dream slash flashback. Like one of those flashbacks you see on a Disney Channel show. It's overexposed. It looks like someone ate a pizza and like smudged the camera by accident. Which, it's all good. The movie just looks a little bit weird. The opening scene is something that we've never seen before. It's a movie within a movie within a movie. I don't know, but you get the point. Jill Roberts, without a doubt, is the smartest Ghostface killer we've had, and she almost got away with all of it. Having a main character being a killer is one of the best things you want to do. I was genuinely surprised. I'm sure you were as well. And that's what you want out of a Scream movie. You want a good and shocking twist. Is this the best Scream movie? No. Is it a good and entertaining Scream movie? Absolutely. In third place for me, I have Scream 6. Now, I'm gonna just quickly say that the final three movies on this list are either 5 out of 5s for me or near 5 out of 5s because I just love them so much. But yeah, I just thought I should mention that. But anyway, this is the most recent Scream movie to come out, and it's also the first Scream movie without Sidney Prescott, but also the first Scream movie to take place outside of Woodsboro. And you're probably wondering, dude, no Sidney? No Woodsboro? This movie had to be a disaster, right?
Wrong.
That is absolutely
Wrong.
true. Again,
Wrong.
he actually
It worked so well without these two things, you have no idea. Like, the story didn't feel like it needed Sydney's presence. I feel like if she was in this, then it would kind of feel like Scream 3, where she's pretty much useless. And we're not in Woodsboro because we're in New York City, the Big Apple. It's something fresh, stakes are higher, Ghostface could literally be anybody. It could be Lady Liberty for all you know. It didn't feel like a typical Scream movie, and in this case, that's such a good thing. In Scream 5, you don't entirely care for the new cast of characters. You like them, but you're kind of just like, oh, if you die, then it's whatever. But in this one, you don't want them to die. You actually care about them. That ladder scene, holy shit, my heart was pounding. They took Minty and Annika away from me, man.
Oh my god.
Annika had it the worst. I'm not gonna go too in depth, but she got it so bad. There is a lot of plot armor in this movie. I mean, Mindy and Chad, I don't know how at least one of you are not gone. Like, Chad, I mean, Chad got obliterated, and you think he's dead, but he just pops up at the end of the movie. Woohoo, he's alive. And I liked the Ghostface reveal. I read a lot of people complaining that the motive was dumb, which I mean, dude, would you rather have a motive make no sense than it to be a reasonable one? You're trying to get justice for your son and brother. I mean, that makes sense. We knew Ethan was Ghostface, that's without a doubt. Detective Bailey was kinda sus, but I wasn't like entirely sure it was him. Quinn's was shocking. I would have never guessed that in a million years. But yeah, this is the first time we've gotten 3 killers, and honestly, it worked so well for me. But yeah, this movie felt so fresh, and I loved it so much. Our runner-up, taking second place, is Scream 5, the most underrated and kinda overhated movie. Oh, it was close. It almost took that top spot, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I've seen this movie like 5 times, and I don't know why I love it so much. The first time I watched it, I was kind of like, okay, you know, this is decent. And then I watched it again and again, and I was like, yo, this thing kind of slaps. It's literally a modernized version of Scream 1, but it's also not a remake, it's not a reboot, it's more of a direct sequel to Scream 4. I'm hearing a lot of people say that this movie killed the Scream franchise and that it's the worst one. No. Like, I get that the movie sticks to its original formula, obviously having one of the love interests be the killers, and yeah, the acting can be a little choppy at times. But like I said, this movie is a modernized version of the first one, and we're introducing a new generation of horror fans to what Scream fans had back then. Amber is my ghost face, dude. I love her so much. Is the motive kinda dumb? Yeah, you're trying to reboot the Stab franchise, you're trying to make the best Stab since the original. But she's just so unhinged. She killed a legacy character, bro. And I love the reveal. I don't know if it's that shocking of a reveal, but it's one that's gonna make you jump because it happens so sudden. When Amber says,
Welcome to Act 3.
chills, chills, holy. I love this movie. I love Amber, and I will watch it for the 6th time if I have to. And like I said, it almost took that top spot. It was close. But in first place, Scream 1996. Come on, dude. Come on. This is one of the best horror movies ever made, and it's one of my favorite movies ever made. From the opening scene, the intense opening scene, to its meta commentary, we get one of the best horror faces of all time, Ghostface. This movie is a spark that paved the way for so many slasher movies. It's a very simple but incredibly made whodunit. You're constantly just like, is it Billy? Do I trust Billy? Or maybe I do trust Billy, but do I? And when you find out that it is Billy, you're kind of just like, damn, I'm so dumb. Listen, I can go on for like another half hour or so explaining why I love this movie so much, but I don't want to bore you out. You get the point. Anyway, this has been my Scream movie ranking. This is just my personal ranking. Go watch these movies and form your own opinion. Follow my letterbox. I'll leave a link down in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.